Rob and Amanda, during World War II in Britain, cabinet war rooms were used 24 hours a day and served as the nerve center for the war effort. One such room, the map room, was abandoned at the end of the war and remained untouched, serving as a perfect time capsule. Now it's a museum. And while no wars were fought in Maine classrooms, Churchill's map room reminded me of the schools left untouched since mid-March that serve as another time capsule.
Karen, where's the sign-in?
It's an odd sight, school halls devoid of children.
That the lost and found area is full of stuff.
But there's plenty of evidence that when they left,
So I'm assuming a lot of students left things behind.
students had no idea they wouldn't be returning.
It's very emotional because there are so many losses that we've had, not seeing our kids each day.
Cindy Soule, Mrs. Soule as her fourth grade students know her,
There's a lot of heart and soul in our classrooms,
is getting ready to visit her classroom.
and it's where we build our communities and we spend time together.
For the first time since March.
When you switch from being in the classroom to being online, you can't transition that same work. You had to rebuild the community.
Good morning.
She worked hard to rebuild that community online.
This is one of my favorite places to come.
Snapchat filter was my friend.
Happy Spirit Week.
Any way she could.
I sing and dance all the time.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified, kept thinking I could never live without my students by my side.
Mrs. Soule, who was the 2020 Cumberland County Teacher of the Year, didn't let remote learning stop her from trying to put a smile on her students' faces.
From outer space.
But she admits,
It's not the same. The human connection and being at school with students who really need that daily contact.
online learning is no substitute for what happens in a supportive classroom.
These are all my students' names. Looks like they fell down, but somebody carefully picked them up. Wow, we have friends who forgot lots of things. We even have some snow pants. Mail in our cubbies. So it was March 13th. My desk is a little messy.
Her students were working on a science pilot project before school closed.
It's really exciting because it allows kids to formulate questions and related to a phenomenon. And our most current one was about a mother dolphin and a baby dolphin getting separated.
Mrs. Soule tried to continue the work online, but there were too many obstacles.
It brings me such joy. It really, truly does.
Projects left undone, like the school year that feels incomplete.
One of the hardest things that I've been looking at on the corner of my eye is their individual book boxes.
Of course, the hardest part for her has been not seeing her students.
They've got a lot of personal things in here. You know, they've decorated their folders and you can see their personality, and the sparkly notebook is very important.
While she starts to put her room away, a student stops by.
So, you ready for summer?
Yeah?
Yeah. One more week.
I want to go back to school. I'm bored at home. It's harder at home. Believe me, it's harder.
On almost every day, the students are telling me, when can we come back? I can't wait. And so there's a deeper sense of appreciation for learning, which sometimes can be lost in only thinking about the things you want to do.
While plans for the fall year are still uncertain, it is unlikely school will be back to normal.
But I did not anticipate that we would now be in a situation where we're looking at the fall as having a whole new group of students and starting to build your learning community in a way that you've never done before.
But for Mrs. Soule, one thing is sure.
But what I know about teachers is they're adaptable. We've as a whole staff have worked really hard, and we will continue to do that to meet the needs of our learners, all of our learners.